This week's Volunteer of the Week is a very familiar face in our area. It is the former mayor of West Hazelton, Mr. Frank Schmidt. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Many people recognize you as the former mayor of West Hazelton for 8 years serving in that capacity, but you're involved in so many other activities in this community, which I think led you to run for mayor of West Hazelton because you were so community oriented. And one thing that always comes to mind is I know when Memorial Day is approaching that it was always Mayor Frank Schmidt who said, we have to make sure we continue with the Memorial Day parade and program. That's always been a passion of yours to make sure it continues. And when you were mayor, it almost didn't happen, but you saved it.
Yes, my second year as mayor, I received a phone call from the commander of the VFW, and he says, Mayor, I'm sorry, we're not going to have a parade this year because the VFW closed down and everybody left. They went their own way. And he says the only thing maybe we can do is have a memorial service at World War II memorial. So I says, okay. And we hung up, and I started thinking about it, and I says, geez, this can't happen. They had this parade since probably the Second World War. So I started making phone calls. I called the district, and we got the band, and I start calling guest speakers, and the Little League, the firemen, and the rescue squads, and everybody else. And within 2 days, I had a parade.
That was great. Why was this so important for you to preserve this? Because you're very community oriented.
Well, you know, it's been going on since the probably right after the Second World War, and I felt like, you know, you have to keep remembering the people that died for our country.
Well, you are doing that, and as a matter of fact, there will be a parade, of course, on Memorial Day, May 28th in the borough of West Hazelton, and he will be back to talk with us about that a little later, but today we want to recognize your other achievements as well. You told me the Great PA Cleanup, which is held in April each year, you've been involved with the one here in Greater Hazelton since day one.
I remember starting with Donna Palermo and Jim Boyle. We started the cleanup. And I think that was about 35 years ago, and they're gone. They don't show up anymore. They retired, but I still kept it up. We used to clean up the Beltway, and then I got a call from Donna before she left that on 924, whoever was cleaning up, they couldn't do it anymore. So I took over that, and I did that for quite a few years, and then somebody else took over, so we started to clean up in West Hazelton with the Crime Watch. We every year we cleaned up West Hazelton, Broad Street, and the playground, and several other streets.
And when you mentioned the Crime Watch, you also very involved in that as well.
Yes, I'm a life member of the Crime Watch, and it's a good organization. You know, I mean, we're out there looking for crime and everything. We report it in when we see it, and we solved a lot of cases.
Why is it so important for you to be so involved like this in your community? And what would you say to our viewers so that they would hope to do the same?
Well, I like the community. I like to see it clean and safe. And another thing, too, in Crime Watch, you know, we have guest speakers, and they're all pretty good speakers, and they talk about very important things, and they get, you know, we get educated by that.
Well, congratulations on all the good you do, whether it's cleaning up the community or going around and helping out the police as part of the Crime Watch organization. And we're glad that you're keeping the Memorial Day tradition alive and well in the borough of West Hazelton. Congratulations for all you do for the community, and thank you for being our Volunteer of the Week.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Former West Hazelton Mayor Frank Schmidt.